Hold on.
Dee, 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 dee,
There we
dee.
go. We're live. We're
I think we're live.
live.
I hope we're live.
I think we're live. Hi, Leland. How are you?
I'm doing good, Steph. How are you?
I'm
All
doing
right, so
good.
let's first start off with the bad news, which is Elizabeth is not feeling good right now, so we told her to go take care of herself, and so Steph and I are going to wing it.
We certainly are. But that's okay, because if anything, we're good at, writing by the seat of our pants, and now we will be YouTube living by the seat of our pants too while we're at it. I think we can. We'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm definitely AI has helped me turn into a much stronger pantser. I'm like, yes, I don't have to do the outlines.
I know, exactly. I'm gonna jump over to YouTube and open up our stream live in another tab so that I can at least see who's showing up to hang out with us
Yeah, say hi
today.
in the comments.
Yeah, come say hi in the comments, because we would love to.
And if you have any questions, this is a time to ask, because let me tell you, we're definitely flying on a thing here. Hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, look, all the stuff is showing up in the right-hand side there. Excellent, excellent. So today for our live stream, we're going to be chatting about what happened last week in the Future Fiction Academy and what's coming up next week. So it's not going to be a super long show with a lot of demonstrations or anything. Leland may share his screen. I see that he has it available. I don't know if we will, but we're definitely going to be going over the kinds of stuff that we're doing at the Future Fiction Academy, and talking about the other things that we do, which includes like Write With Me's and whatnot. I've been getting a lot of work done this week. I'm almost done, like literally almost done. I'm in the very last chapter of a book that I've been working on for a few weeks, just like here and there. So it's almost done. Are you writing currently, Leland? What have you been working on?
Yeah, actually, so I got a little bit behind on my promised schedules for my serials, because I am supporting three separate serials, and I about 2 weeks back, I was able to make myself a database, which I have since shared with our members, and that has a whole bunch of checklists, and I love checklists. So I've been able to actually go through and see exactly what I haven't done. So as of this week, I now have everything written and scheduled as far as the writing and the sharing of the chapters for each of the serials. That's all. All three of them are now scheduled out through the end of August or September, depending on the serial. And I am currently one. Like all of them had their podcasts go out this week.
Oh, good.
But none of them have podcasts scheduled for next week. So that's my goal for today and through this weekend, is to actually get the podcasts built and put up, which is nice segue actually into some of the discussion, because one of the things I did this week was my kind of a 6-week project plan for our members on creating audiobooks and or podcasts using text-to-speech or text-to-audio technologies, which is what I'm doing, because nobody really wants to hear me talk. You don't want me reading a book to you. I'll put you to sleep so quickly.
Well, that would be good if you have to put somebody to sleep quickly, like a child who has missed their bedtime, right?
Something like that. Yeah. So this week we started. We started the introductory class, which was just the first of 6, and it was basically kind of explaining how the technologies work, what the pieces are, and kind of gave a quick overview of that. And this next week, the next class is going to be talking about planning the content and actually creating the schedule. Yeah.
Mm.
And for that class, I'll be cheating a little bit by just showing the database that I have recently just created to say, here's my plan, right?
Right. Are you giving that database away to our students?
Yeah. So
Excellent.
I've given the database away. I've actually made some recent updates to it. I'm still trying to get the Notion AI to be a little bit more helpful on a few things, but I'll be giving a fresh copy of that database away to the students in the class notes.
Cool.
And then other than that, also next week is going to be the subscription club meeting, which is one of our side clubs, where there's about 8 or 9 of us that I managed to cajole and or drag into the concept of actually hitting the publish button on their subscriptions.
Oh,
So and some good news is a couple of the authors who I managed to push.
yeah.
Like, yeah, just hit publish.
Just go. Just hit publish. You're gonna be fine, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
and one of them now has he's surprised because he's now got 12 followers and 2 actual paying subscribers, which he was not expecting because he hasn't actually started talking about it yet. So
Fantastic. That's
so
awesome.
and he's like, wow, this is actually doing good. So yeah, so the subscription club will be meeting this week, and again, that's open to all of our members. So,
Mhm.
what about you, Steph? What did you do this week?
Interestingly enough, I did not teach any classes this past week. When we were scheduling up this quarter, I gave myself a buffer at the very beginning, but that's because I have a class coming up that I have to pre-record, and it will be up on Sunday. So this past week, though, I attended a bunch of Elizabeth's classes on organic marketing. They were really awesome. In fact, I think I saw like the most students in one of our classes, like in there, right? It was like at least a
Yeah,
third of the members, right?
yeah, a full third. Yeah, a full third of our paying members were in that class, and I was in the class too.
Me too.
Uh, and to be perfectly honest, I liked one of the ideas that was presented. I was like, I'm not doing that, and so I have 6 weeks worth of data of not doing that, and I went and changed all 3 of my subscription plans, and I went and updated all the chapters across all of the distribution medias.
Mhm.
So now I'm going to try 6 weeks with the changed tonnage, which was essentially flipping around. It was Elizabeth's demonstration on flipping the method of asking for reviews
Oh,
from
yes.
please
Mhm.
give me a review to why don't you leave a review to help you, right? As
Yeah.
opposed to leave a review to help me.
Right. Right.
So I'm gonna try that out and see. And hopefully I've got like over 700-800 people reading my stuff on a couple different places, and I've gotten like like one review.
Mhm.
That's it. And I'm just like, okay, well, let's try flipping this and let's see if that starts upping the numbers because that will help.
Yeah, yeah. All of these ideas and these tactics are really helpful for bringing in readers and and servicing those readers that we already have, right? And Elizabeth taught a lot about organic marketing this past week. She had 3 full classes. They're all up on Teachable now. I think so. I
I
know
think
that
they are.
she just taught one this morning, I believe. So that one might not be up there. But either way, there are there's a lot there. So hopefully people can come in and check out all of these great ideas. She used AI to help brainstorm and come up with verbiage for things. It was really inspiring. And she told me after class, she was like, Steph, I feel like a lot of this stuff is sort of elementary. Like, am I servicing these our members well? And I was like, you have to remember that you used to be a book marketer. Like, this was your full-time job for several years. So for you, it's easy because it's something that you did, right, as a job. And for a lot of authors, they're coming into this and they've never marketed anything ever, right? Maybe they're
Hmm.
coming from a full-time job where they were doing like project management, or they were working in a restaurant or whatever it may be, right? But marketing is like a whole other skill set that people don't realize they need in order to be self-published, especially although you tend to have to do a lot of your marketing, even if you're traditionally published. So, this is something this is a skill that you have to work on and bring up. So I'm really glad that she's been teaching these classes. Hopefully she can do even more of them, because I think that watching her work and seeing her brain turn over these ideas is actually really inspiring. So.
Yeah, I mean, and that's actually one of the things is I think this quarter for some of our classes is one where we've gotten with the like 300 plus ish classes on AI
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But those are all now there, and so like we're really starting to move into craft and publishing and like audiobook creation and some of the other topics that orbit around the whole publishing stuff.
Yeah.
So
Danny is saying the walkthrough today was super helpful, and actually seeing it in action is valuable. So that's really good to hear. Thank you. I'm
thank
glad
you,
that
gang.
it's going well, because I wasn't able to show up for this morning's class, but now I'm going to have to go watch it, watch it on Teachable for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm
Other
actually
thing,
looking forward to seeing that. Unfortunately, that class I was still in bed. I'm on some West
you're on
Coast.
Pacific time and we're on East Coast time. I know it's a little.
Fantastic. And then the other thing is I mean, speaking of watching people, how things are actually being progressed. Also, Stacy did some fantastic videos on her 2K challenges where she was showing how to do stuff. And now the baton's been passed a little bit, and I'm trying to put my stuff out there. So my very first one went out, and I apologize right now to everybody. I'm really sorry. The audio is so weird at the very beginning. I have no idea what happened, but it just came out just a little bit off. But I've gotten some good feedback from it. I'll be doing more of those, maybe one or two a week if I can, because I have to edit them and get them online. So
Right.
I'm not quite as efficient as Stacy.
Stacy is very fast. And this week, she actually welcomed a lot of our new members with a 100 class where people showed up and asked questions and got answers to any of their any of their problems they may have been having. But I heard it was good and well attended, so I'm excited that that went well. And I know that you're doing one coming up too. So
Yeah, I think mine's let me just show the calendar here real quick here. So here's our calendar. I put the link to the calendars. It will be in the description, as well as it's also, I put it on the thing. It's open to the public, so you can just come and look at this. And so let's see here. So the where is it? The welcome class was here on
was on
Tuesday.
Tuesday. So I
Yeah,
think
so
it's
like
two weeks later. Yeah.
2 weeks later, there should be a 100 around here somewhere. Yeah, here it is on Thursday the 25th. We're going to have another welcome to the FFA class that I'll be running, which is just basically the kind of the introductions. So so next week we're actually having the fun one, which is the Raven Reading Challenge. So
Yeah.
can you talk about that a little bit, because
Yeah.
I didn't get all the details.
Right. We're just so we in general have a new boot camp type session every month. And this month, because it's summer here in the Northern Hemisphere, sorry for our Australian and New Zealand friends. It is summer here, and that means lots of beach reading and reading outside. And so we're just doing a reading challenge this month. And as you can see there, it's like you pick like a nonfiction book and a fiction book. I need to look at it again, right? So it's like, let me see here. I edit one nonfiction craft book, one book in a genre you write in, and then another book that you have never in a genre you haven't read before or you write in, right? So Leland's got his pick. So it's helping you understand understand your genre. What are the conventions and the tropes that are really popular, and then also take a look at another genre. Maybe it's something you'd be interested in writing in, maybe it's something that you're intrigued by or whatever, and so you're going to go read one of those too, and we help break down the tropes a little bit, and we talk about that in our boot camps. We talk about what we're reading and any like insights that we get from them. So boot camps are a lot of fun. I like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love doing that, and it's really important that if for authors to constantly be refreshing their mind and also getting some fresh ideas. It's like you don't write in a void. So the more you read, the more ideas you have. And then in addition to I'm still running the writing sprints. I'm doing some for our friends in Australia and the other side of the world. So I stay up late because that's just me. I'm a night owl. Um, and then we also have this will be the second class on audiobook and podcast. And for this one, the topic is going to be planning your content. So that's going to be putting together the schedule, understanding what's going on. This is an example of the notes, by the way. I mean, this is the notes from the last one right here. So this is, what is an audiobook, podcast, and all that kind of stuff. So
they're very thorough.
This
Very thorough.
This is what we share with everybody. Um,
Good job.
So that was going to be on Tuesday, and then we have something else going on here.
Stacy teaching Google Gemini and Google LM notebooks, and this is really awesome because I feel like this might be a really big help to authors because you can basically like have your books inside Google Drive, and with Google LM notebooks, you can point it at folders on Google Drive and say, use this data as your RAG. So this is a retrieval. It goes and gets your data and uses it as memory. So when you're prompting, you can ask questions of it. You can go and use it to talk about the next book, find out more about that book. You could use it to make blurbs and make marketing material, all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of potential here for Google Gemini and Google LM notebooks. And I also have found that Google Gemini 1.5 Pro is actually it's actually pretty good. Like, I feel like it does humor really well. There are some times where I'm just like, no, it didn't make any sense. So it's really coming along. I have a feeling that by the time they hit like 2.0 and a little bit later, it's going to be a pretty powerful LLM. Have you used it much?
I've used Gemini, but I haven't used the LM notebooks yet. That's one feature where I'm kind of like, I'm not exactly sure what's.
I guess you're going to have to go to Stacy's class and see.
I am planning on going to Stacy's class because right now I'm currently using the Notion, because that all the Notion databases, and I would like to up the AI game slightly.
Sure.
For some of the content that I'm having it generate for me, because I have as part of my checklist database, I've got the Notion AI generating for me kind of like reader hooks, because like for each podcast, for each chapter, I'm putting in a hook at the top just to kind of let people know what's coming to that one, and I'm also having it generate for me like a possible poll questions or interesting notes to include as to just have a little bit of a conversation on what's going on.
Those are all great ideas. Those are great ideas. Yeah,
I would love to up that game a little bit. So that's going to be on Wednesday, and then also, like I said, we have the sub club is meeting this week on Thursday. And then it looks like Friday is just insane. What we got going on? We got boot camp.
Usually we don't do a lot on Fridays, which is interesting. But now we've got Elizabeth teaching on that Friday. So why don't you pull up that one? That is better writing that AI can't do. All right. So something that we've noticed over many months and now years of prompting is that there are certain things that AI is just like terrible at. So we're going to show you the things that it's just not very good at, and where you can step in as the human to make it better. So this will include like better prompting, revision prompts, the things that you can do to like help the AI just be a better writer. So hopefully this is a 100 level class. So it's a little bit more basic than some of our 300 or 400 level classes. But I think that it's going to be super valuable for people who are having a lot of trouble getting the AI to do the kinds of things that they want it to do.
Yeah, that was going to be kind of fun. I'm actually looking forward to going to that one too. So
yeah. So if you go back to the calendar and you go to Sunday, which is like 2 days from now, right? You got my not safe for work class. which I'm
Oh,
starting.
I didn't even look on Sunday because we almost never have anything on Sundays.
Well, so I release the pre-recorded classes on Sundays, right? So I'm working on
Okay.
this class right now. This is going to be class 1 of 3, writing not safe for work material. This first class, we're going to be looking at different open router models, evaluating them. I'm putting together a database in Notion where you'll be able to see the name of the LLM, what our prompts were. I've got a couple of not safe for work prompts set up that we're going to be running through, and how the LLM responds, and we're going to get a chance to rate it. And then all of that information will be there for like the next time you have to write and you need to write not safe for work material. You can go and you can check the database, which ones are good at like the sexy scenes, which ones are good at the violent scenes, which ones are better at dark writing.
Dark.
So dark writing, right? So we're going to be going over a lot of that. And over the course of this 3-class series I have set up, I'm going to show you some techniques on how to use both a filtered model, which is like Claude or OpenAI, how to use that to help you plot and like get to points where dark or sexy or violent things happen, and how to effectively switch over to an open source model to get those things written, and then actually go back to the filtered models, because we all know that the filtered models actually write a lot better than the open source ones, but they won't write the not safe for work material. So I'm showing people how to do like a hybrid version of that. So I'm going to be covering, though, in this very first class, like why you want to be using them, the different models, how to access them, and then how to evaluate them. And then from there, we're going to move on to the actual writing and prompting of those scenes in the next class. So a lot of fun, but I'm pre-recording them because I'm sure that there will be some embarrassing stuff that I have to read out loud. And I'm not going to do that in front of a live studio audience.
Oh gosh, yeah. And you know, I'm just sitting here thinking, as you're saying, it's like I like that you're thinking about the fact that you generate some of the content using the open source models, or some of the less I won't call them less professional. It's like, I
I
forget.
just consider them like filtered and unfiltered at this
Yeah,
point,
filtered and unfiltered, but
because the open source models are getting better. Like I
yeah.
keep seeing, like every single time there's a new release, I'm like, wow, this model is prompting so much better than it did like 3-4 months ago. I mean, they're getting so much better, but they lack some of the stick-to-itiveness that the that the OpenAI or Claude models do. Like you can be very lazy in your prompting when it comes to Claude and OpenAI, and it usually gets the gist of things.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the open source LLMs, you have to be very robust in your prompting in order to get them to conform and to actually write the way that you want them to. So we're going to be going over that too in class. It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, actually, that's actually one of the things I truly appreciate about using some of using Claude or OpenAI, is the fact that it actually like usually does what I want it to do, not exactly what I told it to do.
Right. It managed to read between the lines, and sometimes that freaks me out a little bit. I'm like, my God, that read between the lines. It knew what I wanted, even though I didn't say that in explicit terms. Whereas
Yes,
the open
exactly.
source ones, you definitely have to be very explicit and robust in your prompting. Otherwise, they're off. They're way off in the ether. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, and then on top of that, also pulling in the not safe for work stuff along with the other content that's being generated by different models. That's I think you're going to have something fantastic to work with when we have I think it's in the testing stage now, right? The kit bashing.
Yeah, the kit
Uh,
bashing. We have a kit bashing tool that we're working on. It's exciting. It'll help people like have multiple documents that they kind of like merge together. Like I like this part over here on this got document A, and I like this part over here on document B, bring them together. So, we have a lot of we have a lot of tools coming in the next couple of months, and that's really exciting too.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm actually enjoying using a couple of them. I haven't gotten a chance to play with the kit basher one yet, but I'm a gardener, so I don't really do a lot of kit bashing.
Yeah, I understand. I understand.
So, all right.
All right.
I think that I think that about does it for the calendar
Yeah, I think
for next
so. I
week.
think we
So,
covered most of everything that's coming up next week. We hope to do these YouTube lives every Friday, right? That would be
yeah,
nice.
I think we're if everyone says that these are good, I mean, you let us know, thumbs up if this is going to be useful or helpful, and at least it keeps you up to date with what's coming up.
Mhm.
And for me personally, it helps me a little bit because I pants my life as much as I pants my writing. So I generally don't really know what's coming next week until that week shows up, and then it's just kind of, and I'm like, oh, that's right, this is coming. So it's good for me to at least have a couple days warning. I don't know
Yeah.
about you, Steph.
No, I agree. I'm kind of terrible about my calendar and my to-do list. So, and I'm trying to be better, trying to be better. So it's good. Like it's nice to see ahead of time what's going on, and I can plan for that in the back of my head. So yes, let's do this again.
Yeah, fantastic. All right. Well, I think that's it for today,
Yeah.
right? I mean, so we're good. Thank you everybody for coming. I mean, the Future Fiction Academy, the link for the calendar will be we'll make
Let
sure that
me let me put the let me put the little banner there at the bottom. There you go. You can always come and find us at futurefictionacademy.com, where you can learn about our courses and our labs and the Dino Pass and all the good stuff. So come check us out there. And then, yes, the link to the calendar is in the comments on here on YouTube. So you can go click on that and see what we're offering coming up. I mean, we have the entire quarter planned out on there. So give it definitely click forward into the next months and see what's coming up. So
yeah,
excellent.
and don't forget we also have the 7 day. We now have the 7 day free trial,
Yeah.
which means you can come in. You can actually come in if something for next week is interesting. You can come in to see what it looks like and actually kind of kick the tires as they say to find
Mhm.
out if you like it, and hopefully we'll see you in the labs.
Hopefully
So
we'll see you in labs, guys.
have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you so very much, and you know all the best wishes go out to Elizabeth. Hopefully she's feeling better really soon.
Yeah.
Oh, hi Ingrid, I just saw your message. um Ingrid's one of our longtime members.
Yes.
um So, anyways, everybody have a fantastic weekend, and jazz hands. Jazz
Bye.
hands.
See you later.
Bye bye.